Alright, hello, how's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Gamer Talk. Today's topic will be what makes a good video game
in
general. And today's topic master is Julio.
Yeah. So, what makes a really good game? Well, if you want to make an adventure game, here's what you want to do. You want to make it feel like you're the actual person, or pretty much what makes the game in general. You want to make the player feel like they're actually in this, or they can actually relate or be in this situation when they think about it.
Well, I wouldn't really say relate.
Well, not relate, but...
Because look at Call of Duty. Can you really relate to a futuristic warfare?
Yup. No, but, like, not relate is what I mean. But what I mean is, like, they feel like they're actually in this, and to make them feel like they actually, like, accomplish this in general.
Yeah.
Also, you have to, I know most people don't put effort into their games, and most, but you should at least put some effort to make the player want to tell their friends more and more about this game in general, and so they can buy it. So when they buy it, you get more profit. The more profit you have, the more money you get, the more sales you get. And I think don't just keep making sequels like some other games. Friends Racing. So let's try to be creative and make a different game instead of making like a sequel to an original one.
Well, I gotta disagree with what you said about Five Nights at Freddy's. See, Five Nights at Freddy's, when that came out, the sales were booming because even though there really wasn't a storyline at first, it was just kind of a game, a game that we just saw and thought was scary. People were really brought into it. Now, when the second one came out, they saw it as a new challenge, and so that's why everyone started gaining more. They gained more sales. Everyone started buying it because they want to see what new challenge is present, especially after seeing the trailer.
Then on the third game, that's where things declined.
Yeah, because the storyline we lost, and sorry to break it to you people who are theorists, but the third one is not part of the storyline, and we're not gonna talk about that here. Now, see,
we might talk about it in like a later video. But
Scott Cawthon, he is the type of person who can make a sequel game because he knows how to continue it without leaving in tracks. Yes, he does it right. Thank you.
But I think after a while, people get tired of sequels and get tired of just watching it over and over again. They want something new. I mean, yeah, they make it innovative and new. And as I said, I'm not trying to put any hate onto any games, but they want something different. I mean, yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's had no doors, but still, in a way, when you looked at it in sort of every single way, it kind of looked like the original game that it was.
Yeah.
And it still pretty much is.
Now, as far as continuing games, not all creators can do so good. Like, look at Call of Duty. Yeah. All the way up to MW3, they were booming. Sales were booming every time they brought out a game. Their games, everyone loved it. They would play it. And then Ghost came along. No one liked it. People bought it. Oh, new Call of Duty game. I gotta buy it. Look at the realistic trailer. Gotta buy it. They end up getting it. Can I trade this in, please? Thank you. No one liked Ghost. So not all franchises can really continue. But then luckily they saved themselves when Advanced Warfare came.
And I admire their actual realistic look in the campaign. The campaign literally made you feel like that you were in this. The campaign looked realistic. I'm not saying like every other campaign did it, but like it looked like it was actually live action. That's how good the graphics and everything looked on there. It looked like a new blend of genres and everything. Okay.
Yeah. But another thing that makes a good game is well thought out characters. Because if you have the same old bland character, you have the good guy, the hero, and then you have the guy who puts down the hero, it kind of gets old. But that's why, luckily, some of the newer creators are actually kind of changing up the different characters.
Like they can have a plot twist where the villain helps out the hero in the end or something that's different. Because we all want innovation. But as some people state, and I sort of agree with them, we actually don't know what we want in general as a game. we don't know what we need or what we want. We just say we need it or we want it because we feel like we have to buy it. And that's what happens in games. But just because you see a fresh blend or a nice graphics or anything good to it, doesn't mean it's always going to be the best thing. As he said earlier, we all thought Call of Duty Ghosts was going to be the best thing that ever came out from Infinity Ward. But it turned out Infinity Ward didn't do a good job on that. And yeah, Advanced Warfare saved their butt. Now with Black Ops 3 and all that coming, people are starting to get sick of Call of Duty. And most people aren't even liking FPSs anymore, I'm pretty sure. And like, they probably moved to, I don't know, like a third-person shooter or something like that. Because you can't all carry the needs of what people want. We're all gonna fail someday. Nothing in me, but we're all gonna screw up one of these days. But it won't be our fault, because no one knows what they need or what they want.
Now, one thing I gotta say is that another company who can really sell a game would have to be Grand Theft Auto. Rockstar Games has done a magnificent job with their franchise, all the way starting with the original Grand Theft Auto, which was just a simple 2D game, which everyone
Which was a glitch.
loved. Yes. Yeah, 2D-ish. But yeah, so they changed the storyline. They go from different places. We got all the way from Chinatown over to the West Coast on San Andreas and Los Santos.
And as the story goes, character development blooms. Don't spoil alert for anyone. And while this thing goes on, Michael DeSanto is also, while saving his reputation, is trying to save his family. Which you all will hear about later.
Yeah. But, so as far as GTA, they've really done a great job because we've started out with a small amount of characters,
Right back.
and then it blooms into this whole new storyline, but it still kind of ties in with the storyline that they started out before, I would have to say. But especially now with the new online, because that just extends the storyline even further out. Because I know when you start out in GTA, you meet Lamar, who is a secondary character in the story mode on GTA 5. So they're really doing a great job with that, I gotta say. So they're one of the people who can really sell a game and not ruin it. Even though it's pretty much the same thing, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, but all games can do good. It's just we all need to know how to make it right and how to make a good, clean game.
Yes.
I mean, starting off in games, you should always at least start off with something short, like maybe an indie game or something to at least pick the needs of what most people want.
Yeah. And another thing I would have to say, what makes a good game would have to be knowing what the players want and how they're gonna
and
think.
character development. You want characters to develop
Yes.
as you play with them and as you go along through your story.
But like this is like a personal experience with me. I have played a few games to where they say do this, but it wasn't really comfortable for me to hit that button to do something, because that's already a button for a bunch of other controls. So that's one thing that a good game developer will do, and he will make sure that the gamer is comfortable with the controls.
With the decision.
Like for me, I'm uncomfortable with the Xbox controller, as Julio already knows.
Yes.
But that's another key factor.
That's another thing for another day. I'm comfortable with the PlayStation controller because I played PlayStation a couple times at my cousin's house, and yeah, it's pretty fun. The gaming genres need to have it doesn't always need to have action. It needs to have a good story. It needs to have something that can make the characters bloom and develop, and makes people feel like that you're actually playing as them.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
And I think that's all I have to say, because the rest is just how the game creators plan it out, because we can't help them with everything. They got to come up with the story on their own. As
I said earlier, so games don't do good. But if the game plummets so far down, then you're obviously doing something wrong. You don't have to make it the best game. You have to at least make it good for people to enjoy. for people to like. Because people, you want to make people play it over and over again to the extent where, yeah, they might get bored of it like someday, but not like the day they complete the game.
Yeah.
And as I said, we can't all fit the needs of what everyone wants. We're all gonna screw up and eventually fail, but that's what gives us our close experience. That's what gives us the new experience to keep trying every time. That's all I actually have to say about this topic.
Same as I. So I think we can go ahead and say this is a good stop, and we're gonna go ahead and conclude here. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Gamer Talk. So glad you guys can make it. Make sure you let us know what other topics you guys want to hear us talk about down in the comments below. Thank you for saying that. Or hit me up on Twitter.
Or Google Plus.
Or Google Plus. Thank you. And don't forget that we will be having themes every week. Got you.
Or monthly, whichever one.
Yes, whatever's comfortable for you guys. Yeah. I'll let you know on Twitter what the next theme will be, starting next Monday. Every Monday we'll start a whole new week of themes, of a theme.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys have a great day or night, whichever. We're not there whenever you're watching it, so we won't know. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.